Let me tell you why I'm a complete dunce. Okay, so the video that I upload after this is the video that I filmed before this. And I was tagged to do the unpopular opinions writing tag created by the lovely Naley Gonzalez. The video was made, it came out in January, and then I was tagged this month. So I watched the video when it came out, like I commented and everything, and then when I was tagged, I completely spaced on the fact that tags have actual specific questions you're supposed to answer. So that's why there are going to be two unpopular opinions videos. Cause I am a dunce. I found my necklace. Alright, but seriously, on to the questions. So which is harder to write, the first sentence or the last sentence? And for me, it is definitely the last sentence. I've always had problems with ending things. Like even in school, I can write like a bomb-ass essay, but when it comes to the conclusion, that took me the longest time. And I don't know, but writing the first sentence has always been relatively easy for me. The next one is, which is better, traditional publishing or self-publishing? And I'm biased because I'm self-published, but I mean, one's not better than the other. I choose self-publishing because I like being like in control. I get to choose my own editor, choose my own cover, and this is a story time for another time. But long story short, I was picked up by a publishing company, and for, when I wrote a story under a pen name, and they took care of editing. That was really nice. They took care of the book cover, but like my character was black, but when they came up with the cover, she was like light skinned, like ambiguously brown with long straight hair. You couldn't really tell that she was black. And someone I know of, the same thing happened to them. Their character was half Native American, half black. But on the cover, she was pretty much like a super light-skinned blonde woman. So I don't want that to happen. I know it doesn't happen all the time. I hope it doesn't happen all the time. But yeah, I just like being in control of what my book looks like and things like that. Okay, which is easier to write, fiction or nonfiction? And it depends. I mean, with fiction, like, you make everything up, but you still have to do, like, at least a certain amount of research. You have to make sure everything makes sense, like, internally. With nonfiction, like, you still have to make sure those things happen. Like, it has to make sense internally, and you do your research, but all the facts are all out there. You're not making anything up. So when it comes to writing books, definitely fiction. I don't think I could ever write a nonfiction book. But some of you have already seen that I wrote an essay on the erasure of Black women from fantasy and sci-fi. So, I could write something like that for like an essay, but for a whole book, nope. Okay, what trope do you love to write and wish others wrote more of? I don't know. I'll come back to that one. What popular writing book didn't cut it for you? I don't really have an answer for this one because I don't really read. I'm assuming this means like books about writing or how to write. I don't really read those. I read one in undergrad for class, but I don't know any popular writing books right now. Okay, so are writers introverts or extroverts? I mean, the stereotype goes that writers are introverts. I am 200% an introvert. I know of a couple writers who are extroverts, and it just varies, I guess. I think there are more extroverted writers than people think. It's just the stereotype is that we are all introverts, and that's what they think, so that's what they tend to see more, I think. And the last one is writer's block real or fake? It depends. In my opinion, I think that writer's block is real. You can call it like a sort of paralysis or whatever, but I get writer's block. I get like a paralysis. So in a couple other videos I've said that I edit as I write. So yeah, I am kind of a perfectionist. So when I get writer's block, it's either because I don't know how to go about finishing, like fleshing out my outline, and I don't want to mess it up, or I'm stuck on a part that like I know it doesn't sound right and I don't know how to fix it yet. So yeah, I mean, I usually get out of it. There are times when I don't. I have a lot of unfinished stories, but at the same time I have a lot of stories that are finished. So writer's block happens. You get over it or you don't. If there's a story that's left unfinished, you can go back to it. You can start writing another story. I mean, it happens. It's a part of writing. And I think that's it. Those are all the questions. Thank you, Naley Gonzalez, for tagging me in this. I will link her video in the description. This is her original tag. And the video that comes out after this, I think I'll title it something like Unfiltered Unpopular Opinions, or Unpopular Opinions Unfiltered, or something, but I'll tag it, or I'll name it something, and now you guys will know why I have uploaded 2 unpopular opinion videos on the same day. Bye! 1 second though, I do have a coffee account, so if you'd like to support me or tip me for the price of a cup of coffee, I have a coffee account, which I will also link in the description, and if you are interested in supporting me on a monthly basis, I have a Patreon as well, even though I have to update the benefits. So if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see from me in terms of Patreon benefits, let me know. You can comment them or tweet me at BGBFS. Black Girls Belong in Fantasy and Sci-Fi. Yes, BGBFS. So yeah. Not for real. Bye.